Hey everyone, welcome back to Mission Kitty Plays Final Fantasy VIII. I gotta level with you. First of all, I'm so sorry that the first episode of this, I was not equalized at all. I was rushing. OBS had to update, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my son is only gonna be asleep for 30 minutes! And I wanted to get something out and done. It was really therapeutic. Even if a lot of people don't watch this, it's fun for me to just talk. It's kind of like a video game blog, whatever deal. Second of all, it is quite possibly one of the most satisfying feelings in the world to have your infant child fall asleep on their own for the first time, and then it just keeps happening for so long, for a while. For any of you who are aiming to be parents, there is a lot that goes into it, but for the first couple of months, your baby just loves being in your arms, and you love it too. But when they start hitting 5-6 months, they get really big for mom, usually. And anyway, it's just oh, it's so satisfying to have him sleep in his own bed. Oh, and it's just so sweet too, because he's just learning, he's becoming better at it. Anyway, those are my levelings. Hopefully I did some tests in the volume between the audio, and my voice should be a lot better now. I'm so sorry about that. I was babbling during that introduction cinematic in the first video, and then at the end of the last video it just was really loud, really bad. I'm so sorry, but here we are now. Gonna hit the tutorial. We're gonna pick up some cool tricks to take with us to the fire cavern. You'll have to forgive me if you hear some beeping. I've got baby monitor next to me. Anyway, let's hit the road. Tutorial. Login. Squall. Confirmed. GF data for Squall. Searching. GF registered under Squall R. GF Quetzalcoatl. GF Shiva. GF stands for Guardian Force, which I don't know why in Final Fantasy VIII they call them Guardian Forces, because they're summons. They're the summons from every other Final Fantasy game, although Quetzalcoatl takes the place of the typical old man, Ramu, or however you pronounce it. But yeah, Quetzalcoatl and Shiva. The tutorial covers all aspects of gameplay. This tutorial can also be accessed through the regular menu at any time during the game. Okay, so I don't need to know any of this. I'll kind of explain everything as I go along. The card game rules, no, not gonna. I was really bad at Triple Triad when I played this when I was younger, even when I played when I was older. It's just kind of a hassle. You can get some really sweet items from the card games, but I'm not gonna bother, because I can beat most of the game without any of those items. I'm debating on whether or not I'm gonna tackle the secret boss for Final Fantasy VIII, but that's not until way late in the game. Anyway, phew, I'm done. Oh man. Okay. Oh, I gotta remember what the menu is on the keyboard here. I'm gonna teach y'all a thing about this game, and about how equipping works. This is one thing I didn't quite understand very well as a young child, like how the equipping stuff worked. I was so bad at it. It was just horrible. And basically, the GFs enable you to have other commands besides attack. Yeah, they they allow the characters in Final Fantasy VIII to become better than what they actually are, because without it, all you can do is attack, and your attack is going to be weak, like minimal. It's going to suck. Let's take a look at the GFs real quick. Yeah, so like, the GFs can learn different things. I was hoping maybe I could like not have to exit and scroll every time, but they learn different like abilities that improve the character that they're junctioned to. That's what you call a junction when you equip the GF to someone. So yeah, Quetzalcoatl can do some more stuff. It will kind of make more sense as we go along, but ideally, what we're gonna do, we're going to have Shiva and Quetzalcoatl learn specific abilities that are going to, like, we'll aim for the junction, like HPJ, if you see that, VITJ, Magic J. You can junction different magics to different stats, excuse me, and that increases your ability. I'm late! Bonk. Wah. Are you okay? There. Tee, I'm fine. Sorry, I was kinda in a hurry. Oh yeah, hey, did you just come from that class? Is homeroom over? Oh no. This place is so much bigger than my last garden. Oh, hey. I just transferred here. Do you think you could give me a quick tour of this garden? Sure. Woohoo! Alright, let's go! We'll take the elevator to the first floor lobby, and I'll show you the directory. We'll see this girl again later. But yeah, just some of the things I was saying in the last video, at least when the music started for the Blam Garden, this music is just like such an integral part of my childhood. Like, the minute I heard it, I could feel it in my soul again. It was amazing. That's the directory. Well, this is it. Blam Garden is pretty big. It's a good idea to check where you want to go and select it here. I have a question. How do you use this? Move the cursor and press X to select. Next, I'll give a quick explanation of the various facilities. Yes, sir. You'll find the dormitory to the north. The majority of the students live in the dorms. There aren't too many students who commute. Yeah, I'm in the dorms too. You can rest and change in there. West of the north block is the cafeteria. There's always a big rush for the hot dogs. Bread in Japan. You better get used to waiting in line. Got it. East of the north block is the parking lot. We usually take the garden car when a mission comes up. Just so you know, I will never take a car unless I have to. It's kind of cool, but kind of pointless. The front gate is located to the south. That's right. I have to go meet Instructor Treep at the front gate. What's the matter? Nothing. Next, we have the quad located in the west block. There's an event being planned there. I know, it's the garden festival. It's gonna be great. I'm planning to be on the committee. You wanna help out too? Oh, let's just continue. South of the west block is the infirmary. This is where you get treated for your injuries, but a lot of students just come here for advice. What's the doctor's name? Dr. Katawaki. Now, the East Block. This is the training center. It's the only facility open at night. It's used for training, and they have real monsters running loose here. If you don't take it seriously, you may end up dead. Just be careful. Okay. South of the East Block is the library. There's a lot of material you can look up here, but the terminals in the classroom are a lot more efficient. And you already know about the classroom on the second floor, right? Yep, I remember that one. By the way, the headmaster's office is located on the third floor. You need permission to get in. Another question. What's the headmaster's name? Headmaster Sid. That's about it. Anything else? Got it. Hey, are you taking today's seed exam? Yeah. Then maybe I'll see you again later. I've already finished my training at my previous garden. I'm taking the seed exam today too. Good luck to both of us, huh? Thanks a lot. Okay. Let's save. Oh boy. Here we go. Sorry guys, I'm not really keeping a very good track of what time it is or how long this episode's going, so I think we'll get to the fire cavern and then I'll call it good. Oh, I can't go out. I have to go out through the out. Blech. I think there is a hidden draw point around here. Some abilities let you see it, but maybe there's not. Maybe I'm just... One thing about this game, I played it a lot, I think when I was about maybe 8 or 9. Maybe that's the drop point I was thinking about. And my cousin, the same cousin that I was trying to defend from bullies, introduced me to, I guess video games in general, but specifically Final Fantasy VIII. My aunt was dating this guy who loves Final Fantasy. They're married now, and I remember that my cousin had his guide, and I remember just reading that guide back and forth, and I was just obsessed with this game. It was crazy. I do have to say, I'm sorry, Uncle Scott, that I never got that guide back to you. I don't know where it is. I'm sorry for stealing it. I was 8. Just forgive me. But I essentially memorized a lot of things in that manual, and I remember a lot of little secrets and things like that. Not like everything, but I do remember where all the Guardian forces are. But anyway. I have a few things to explain before we head off. GF gives us strength. The stronger the GF, the stronger we become. So, here's a brief explanation on junctioning a GF. Sorry, Mama, I already beat you to it. Nope, don't need it. Everything okay up till now? You can always check back by accessing tutorial from the menu. Yeah, Mama, I got you. Once we get to the fire cavern, I'll explain how to junction magic. Use the command draw during battle and stock magic from your enemies. Be sure to have some stocked. Ready to go? The fire cavern used for the test is located east of here. Okay, so I think Quistis is in my party now, so let's go ahead and junction her with Quetzalcoatl. The only magic that I have right now, is cure. Obviously, you saw while I was yammering, you saw me grab some of that. Something really interesting about Final Fantasy VIII is that it's not exactly like other Final Fantasy games. but the levels actually scale. So there's a fire cavern right there, but so the monster levels actually scale with your level. So the higher level you get, the higher level the monsters get. Okay. Squall, you still remember? The G is the trigger. Oh, good. Pull it just as you strike. Same for the Renzokuken. I was worried about that, because I was like, I don't know what the trigger is going to be on this one. Yeah, baby. So, Squall's Gunblade is really interesting because, when he attacks, you can, if you time hitting on the keyboard, the G button, if you have a controller, it's gonna be like the, at least on the PlayStation controller, it was always the R1 trigger, I think, and that'll increase his strength. Okay, but yeah, so it pretty much is gonna take like 1,000 experience to get you to the next level, I believe. We started at 500, so as you level up, the monsters level up. So except for the bosses are the only things that the difficulty, I guess, is decreased as you level up. But every other monster is gonna scale with you, and so if you love grinding, you better be up for a challenge, because this game is gonna make you work for it. Gosh, sorry, I'm just taking in the music. I should probably show you what it looks like when GF shows up, huh? Okay, we'll do a summon and I think we'll stop the episode there. Shiva! Oh, of course, this attack. Might as well. Okay, good, she didn't kill it. There's a lot of different monsters that we're gonna encounter. I'm gonna try to avoid staying in the forest, because that's where these horrible T-Rex monsters show up, and they can just wipe your party out, regardless of your level, but it's especially dangerous if you have no idea what the heck you're doing. Which was me, for a lot of my childhood. Yeah, a lot of these things I like. Being an 8-year-old, naturally, I didn't understand what was going on. Like, I just thought, like, you know, I'll just try and keep leveling everyone up, and something will happen. There were a couple times where my cousin was the same way, and we just would resort to using the Game Shark. I mean, we understood, like, how to junction, or like junction the GFs, but not the fact that you could junction magic to the stats based on the GF. Anyway, when we get more magic, I'll kind of walk through that a little more, but for now, I think this is a good place to save and call it. But yeah, we're going to be on our way to the fire cavern, and we're going to take our seed exam, and we're going to run across another GF. But anyway, you guys know what to do. I love you. I'll see you next time.